Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble and I'm here with your readings for January the 21st through January the 27th. If you haven't been here before, welcome. I'm so happy that you found me and I really hope you enjoy these readings. And if they don't resonate with you, first of all, it's for your sun, moon and rising. And I put all the links to the other videos below. And if nothing resonates with you this week, it might by the end of the week. That's usually what happens. And if not, come back because there are messages in there. These are general readings, guys. And I get quite a few emails asking me, 911 urgent. I need to know this. I need to know that. A personal reading. I spend like 3 days putting these readings together, and this is for the community. It's a general reading, and there are specific messages in there, perhaps for you or for someone. My team of spirit guides bring those messages in, and I give those to the community for those who can't afford readings. But if you need personal information, then please go to my website and purchase a personal reading. I can't give free readings all week. I can't, much as I'd love to. I also have to, eat and pay the rent and do things like that. And so if you'd like a personal reading, click on this video, this link right here. It'll take you to my website and to the shop and you can see what kind of readings. I have a special offer, guys, this week. I think I'm doing it for 2 weeks. It's on special offer. It's the 2019 reading. So it's a reading for the whole year, right? I'm also including in that a natal delineation. So this reading, the value is $325. And just for 2 weeks, I'm offering that at $150. So if you're interested in that, go to my website. The link is up here. You can always click on that. And for those of you who just would like to support me, I did lose my job recently, so I don't have any income other than what you guys are going to, purchase a reading. That's the only way I get some income recently. And I didn't get any for, the period over Christmas and New Year's because, I was mourning. But I'm out of that now. I feel great. And so if you would like to support me for as little as $1 a month, which is $12 a year, guys, if everybody did that, I would be doing really well because I am working on a book. I don't want to kind of put out there exactly what it is, but it's kind of exciting. And that link is up here too. You can check out my Patreon. I do posts and articles on there that I don't offer anywhere else as well. And there's levels of tiers, for rewards. I'm going to redo all those also. So anyway, without further ado, let's go in. I want to talk about what's just the aspects that we'll be discussing. If you're coming back, sorry, I didn't even say that. Welcome back. And I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for all the new subscribers, the likes, the comments and the shares. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And at the very least, guys, if you can't afford anything, just share it and comment and like and do all that. That really helps me too. I really appreciate that. It's an exchange of energy, isn't it? So what's happening? Listen, this is a really brilliant time. All the planets are going direct right now until March the 5th. And then Mercury goes retrograde on March the 5th. But we have all planets moving forward. Darling, nothing can stop you now. If you want to start something new, do it. If you want to start a line of study or, take some lessons for, that study is lessons, right? Start your life purpose, go on that, journey. Whatever it is that you want to do something new, start a business, start whatever it is you want to start. Now is a really good time to do that. So the aspects we'll be talking about, of course, I covered it last week, is the Monday, the total lunar eclipse, right? Which was really happening Sunday night, Monday morning. And I go into everything on your horoscope. So also we'll be talking about on Monday as well, Mars is square to Saturn. I'm looking over here because I have the chart over here. So if you're wondering what I'm looking at. So now Tuesday, we have Venus conjunct Jupiter. Wednesday, Mercury square Uranus. And Thursday, Mercury moves into Aquarius. Whenever a planet changes signs, there's a lot of energy around that. And on Friday, Mars trines Jupiter. So now I'll go into all that in your horoscopes before the tarot reading. And so I hope you enjoy. And let's go to your reading, shall we? Hello, Sagittarius. Listen, I am so sorry I couldn't I recorded your reading. I edited it. I got it up and the sound just was, it sounded like that. And all week I intended on re-recording it, but I just couldn't get the time. It just didn't work. By the time I was able to do it, it was kind of a little late. So what I'm doing in your honors, I'm doing Sagittarius first, because, I wanted you to get, your reading. And I'm really sorry about last week. And I am going to cover the eclipse anyway for you. Hopefully you'll get this today before Sunday. So you'll be able to look at the eclipse. I hope you get a chance to look at it wherever you are. Now, the eclipse is happening. Listen, it's on Sunday night, 11:41 Eastern Standard Time is when the eclipse kind of starts. I mean, of course, it starts before, but you'll be able to actually visually see it if you're in North and South America and Western Europe, and of course in up north. Now, there's an article on my website and the blog section. If you go to www.liveinthesolution.com, there's an article with a map of where the eclipse is visible from. So now, what does the eclipse mean for you, Sagittarius? Well, so the total lunar eclipse is happening in your ninth house. So you may dream or even plan of traveling somewhere, right? You may travel somewhere really far, distant, to remote area, or you may be thinking about it or planning it. Now it's in search of something more meaningful. Now, if you're in a place where you're really happy and you feel very connected to spirit, then you are going to kind of develop stronger your connection with the ethereal realm, with spirit, with the God of your understanding. Now you have this desire for recognition, and you could kind of resort to kind of dramatic behavior in order to get, or dramatic ways in order to get that attention. So it's really important to kind of be aware of that. Be aware of that desire to stand out and to get the attention that you want. So be careful. This is happening in Leo, right? This eclipse is happening in Leo and Aquarius. The moon is in Leo and the sun is in Aquarius. So this is definitely about, it's important not to be ego-centered, to be heart-centered, to the part of Leo that's just beautiful, that's giving and generous. This is where you want to come from for this lunar eclipse. And so listen up, the lunar eclipse, it's 9:41 Eastern Standard Time it starts. It peaks around 12:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So where you are in the world, you're going to, like, it's if it's 11:41, so that makes it 8:41 in Pacific Standard Time, and it is 4:41 in England, Greenwich Mean Time. So you know, if you're over there, then get up early and go and and look at it. It's not going. Look, a total lunar eclipse like this is not going to happen until until March 26. No, May 26. Sorry, 2021. I mean, that's a long time. And this is a full. It's called a super moon. It's also a blood moon and a wolf moon. So it's a super blood wolf moon. Super because it's very close to the earth, and so it appears much larger than normal. And then blood moon because as it moves into the earth's shadow, it turns a rustic red. So it's a beautiful color. And wolf moon, wolf is really just referring to the season. So because it's a winter moon. So I am also shuffling your cards. This is for Sagittarius for the week of the January 21st to January the 22nd, 7th. Okay, so now on the same day, on Monday, this is Monday, Sunday, Monday, right? Mars is square to Saturn. Now, this can be kind of frustrating, this energy. It's like you can get possible frustration and anger bursts, perhaps with colleagues, or if you have dealings with the public in any way, if you're working in the service industry, or, you know, you're dealing with the public at large, you can be impatient because Mars is the planet of action, right? And Saturn is the planet of lessons and restriction and rules and structure. So the urge is to rush in. You know, Mars is kind of impulsive and it's energetic and you want to get going. And Saturn's saying, no, hold on, hold back. Now, one thing that I have noticed about Saturn is that sometimes Saturn blocks you in a way that it's saving you. Like sometimes I have these frustrations and I can't upload my videos to YouTube, and I'm trying for hours and hours and hours. And then I say, oh my God, I'm going to have to just start all over again and upload it all over again. And I find a mistake, you know, and then I get to correct it and then I can upload. So kind of Saturn's a bit like that. It's like, wait, hold your horses. Don't go right now. It's not ready for you. So you have to think of Saturn as a safety net almost. Oh, there's your cards, darling. Oh, there's a lot. You have a lot of messages, Sagittarius. Well, because you didn't get any last week, did you? Okay, interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for the top. And then I'm going to clarify them with this. Now, let me go back to your reading, your horoscope. So on Tuesday, Venus conjuncts Jupiter. Now, look, this is helpful, generous, magnanimous persona today you can have. I mean, it's like your focus is likely on the less fortunate. It's like you could be watching the news and really feeling empathy for those who are suffering around the world. Now, where are we? It's a philosophical energy in nature. So you're seeking ways in which to help people. How can you make a difference? Maybe it's starting something, you know, online. But see, this is the thing. You become so generous and so open in this energy, Venus conjunct Jupiter, that you can be taken advantage of. However, Saturn, right, from the day before, which is kind of in the, you know, it's in a very strong position, and that will probably help restrict that. So it'll keep you safe, if you know what I mean. Now, on Wednesday, you've got Mercury square Uranus. I'm trying to say Uranus instead of Uranus because people make fun of me the way I say it. But I still keep slipping back. A lifetime of habits, right? So, look, Mercury is about the intellect, it's about communication, it's your thought process, and Uranus is a higher octave of that, right? It's really kind of higher learning even. A bit like Jupiter in a way in that aspect. So it's because it's in a challenging aspect to it. It's like you could you could be, like, I'm just going to throw that, you could be convinced that you have the answer to life, right? It's that kind of thing. And it's like, you know, or you know that there's a fast track to getting rich, or, you know, making your fortune. And it may cause you stress and frustration when you're sharing with loved ones, because you're telling them that you know it, and they're like, they're out of their minds. So it's almost like you'll have these completely unrealistic, impractical get rich schemes, right? It's that kind of thing. And I'm saying get rich quick ideas, but it could be something, you know, it could be another subject. And it's almost like you're adamant about it, right? Because you really, really believe it, because, you know, you've got this Mercury and Uranus and you're in your head, and this could put, because of your adamancy and your self-righteousness, actually, is what I want to say. It might kind of, you know, put a little crack in your relationship, kind of thing. And it's also, you could be apt to kind of insulting someone, like blurting something out without thinking. It's that kind of energy. So remember, rein it in. You know, if you think you've got the answer to life, just hold back. And the get rich, you know, have you ever woken up one day and you say, God, you think of something, you say, that's the best idea I've ever had. That's brilliant. It's unbelievable. You know, oh my God, I'm brilliant. And then the next day you wake up and think, God, that was a load of crap. What was I thinking? It was a load of crap. It's that kind of thing. It's like you wake up the next day and think, what the? What was I thinking? It's that kind of energy. Anyway, Thursday, Mercury moves into Aquarius. It's about seeing the bigger picture. It's about clearer visions of how to help, you know, the masses, what you were going, you know, when you were focusing on it. It's like you get a clear perception of how to go forward, you know, to help with humanitarian goals. And it's almost like you can really see you're not mired in the problem, you're focused on the solution. So I don't want to say you're emotionally detached, but kind of you are in a way, because you're not enmeshed in the emotions. And then on Friday, Mars trines Jupiter. So you have the energy and the inspiration to do something instead of feeling sorry for someone, right? You're going to get up and you're going to take action. So the energy there, the inspiration is there. And if there are children in your life, it could be you're volunteering at their school in some capacity. It could be you could be a little league coach, or, you know, maybe involved in a drama project, making costumes, or helping, you know, paint the backgrounds. It's almost like you just want to help with a group in your community. You could join the co-op board or something, or, you know, a cleanup crew in your community, whatever it is. You're likely to do that. So let's go to your card, shall we, Sagittarius? Let me just do more clarifications. Oh, yes, look, let's clarify that. Okay, a lot going on, right? But it's exciting because moving forward, just a few little frustrations, that's all. Lovely. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, there it is. Okay. Here we go. The first card out for you is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, she's about helping everyone, right? She goes out, she helps, she's available for everyone, sometimes to the detriment of herself, right? Because she helps everyone and then she's exhausted and she can't kind of, you know, she can't keep it up. So this is, I always say when this card comes up, it's like, it's like being in the airplane and the oxygen comes down and you've got to put it on yourself. You've got to take care of yourself. So this is saying really make sure that you're getting enough sleep, that you're getting enough to eat, that you're in a place where you can physically and emotionally help others, because that's on your mind, right? This this energy of wanting to help and wanting to be of service, spiritually and philosophically. It's all about that for you this week, this coming week. Now, the next card you have is the Seven of Air. This is interesting because when I pick this card up, this is when something is not quite, somebody's not kind of, there's someone that's something nefarious is going on. When I picked it up, I thought that it's almost like denial. So this could be you not looking at the truth. And that's kind of the energy of an eclipse, right? The eclipse is there for you to let things go. It changes you in a very profound way. We are changed by eclipses that is so kind of absolute, and we can no longer go back. So sometimes this is something, you could be being dishonest with yourself. That's what this could mean. Or it could mean that somebody is in your environment it could be somebody lying to you, not telling you the truth. It could be somebody stealing from you, or pretending to be your friend, but they're not really. So this is something to look out for. If it's you, if you're not being completely honest with yourself, because listen, we lie to ourselves more than we lie to anyone else. And we speak in our own voices, so we really believe us, So, the eclipses are to bring us out of denial. It forces us to open our eyes and to look at areas in our lives that no longer work for us. So there's something in your life that perhaps isn't working for you, Sagittarius, and you may need to move on from it. But you can ask yourself, and look, you have the Five of Cups. You're focusing on what hasn't worked. It's so easy for us to focus on what's not working. That's the easiest thing. But when this card comes up, it's asking you to take a look around and see what you have. Be grateful for every little thing in life. It's like, see the magic in every moment. Look around and say, oh, I have this, I have that. I mean, look, we all fall into that. We can sit around and say, oh, I don't have this and I don't have that, and that person has that and that person. And it's like, comparing others, what they have and what we don't have. And it's, the thing is we don't have to be, but it's really helpful if we are. And look, coming out of this energy, it's really hard to come from deprivation to gratitude. But it's easy when you do it little bit at a time. Like you get up, I'm so grateful that I woke up this morning. I'm so grateful that I can have this cup of coffee. I'm so grateful that I've got these, my apartment's light, or the windows are open. What is silly little. I'm so grateful that I have this. I'm so grateful that I have that. I'm so grateful. When you start saying you're grateful for every little thing, really, you are soon living in gratitude. It's amazing. You really start to see the gratitude in your life. Right next to this, you see, this is the Ace of Pentacles, right? I'm looking at it, could be coins, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Earth. This is saying that there's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity for growth, right? And that is always, when an eclipse happens, it's personal growth. You change at a cellular level and you can no longer go back to who you were before. So you're going to go forward. This is an opportunity for you, Sagittarius. Take a look at what's going around. And then right next to that, you have the Four of Cups. This is kind of being off in your head. This is thinking about this is not being present, you see, because this person is just off in his head or her head. I can't tell if it's a girl or a boy. And there's a cup coming down from heaven. God is offering this gift, and he or she isn't seeing it. She's just off in her own head and not even noticing it. And so I say all this is because you have to come into the present moment. It's like focus on what's going on. And this could be when you're, off in your head and you're thinking about something and you're not kind of seeing what's around. This is also about being in denial too sometimes, because you're not really seeing the reality around you. Now, clarifying those 3 cards is the priestess, the high priestess. This is about trusting your intuition. This is about connecting. Look, when you meditate, you connect with the high priestess. You've got access to the Akashic records. You've got all the knowledge. She is just so knowledgeable. She has all these spells and incantations and totally psychic and intuitive, and she's allowing you to tap into that right now. So see the opportunity in any situation that you're in. There is an opportunity there for you to grow. Now, the next card you have is the King of Cups. You see this, you've got this at the beginning of the week and this at the end of the week. This is an emotional time for a lot of us, right? With the eclipse, and we kind of feel them for about 6 months. We feel this energy. It goes on for a while, and this eclipse is the culmination of what was started 6 months ago, and it kind of comes to fruition. Things leave our life, right? This is maybe why you're feeling deprived. Things go, but they go for a reason, because there's an opportunity for something much better to come in. And if you're not paying attention and you're thinking about what you've lost and disappointment and regret, you're not going to see the wonderful gift, right? So now, this is the King of Water, the King of Cups. He's this wonderful, brilliant king. He sees Saturn's right above his head, right? Saturn's right there. He controls his emotions. He has a deep well of water emotions, but what he does is he kind of suppresses it. He has a stoic facade. He believes that he can't be a good leader if he allows his emotions to go crazy. He needs to be controlled. So the King of Cups can come up because he's saying, control your emotions. Be in the moment, be available to help others, because he's the counselor. He helps others. He's of service to his people. He's one of the best leaders, right? And he's totally spiritually guided. He's relaxed. He's secure. He's, He's self-assured. And clarifying this, you've got the 8 of Water. Oh no, the 8 of Air, sorry. The 8 of Air. This is the 8 of Air. So, this guy is emotionally he controls himself. He's got some self-control and self-discipline. And he's a brilliant leader. This is the 8 of Air. This is feeling trapped. So I have a feeling but this is being trapped. This is in your head. This is an illusion. You are not trapped. And you have to kind of see your way out, right? In the regular card, in the regular deck, in the traditional deck of tarot, my big feet. There's a circle of swords, and the circle of swords, and the person's folded. So you are not seeing the situation for what it is, and that is a very strong message, is what I'm getting here for you, Sagittarius. You are not seeing a situation for the truth that's happening. You're not seeing it how it is. You have this incredible opportunity. Look, it's about really controlling your emotions. It's about not reacting from an emotional standpoint, right? So think about it. If somebody frustrates you or angers you, don't burst out and say something that you are apt to do at times, Sagittarius. It's like, hold it in, breathe, retreat and gather your emotions and self-control. Remember that when you're in the moment, first of all, take care of yourself so that you're not apt to, say something you'll regret later. You are in this place where you are not seeing your life for what it is. You're not in gratitude. You're up in your head and you're thinking about other things and you're missing the gift of this moment. And you have an incredible gift. This is a brilliant gift that you are not acknowledging. So Sagittarius, get it together, darling. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for liking this video. Please don't forget to like it, share it on your social media, and comment. Give me feedback, please. And also let me know, because I'm doing a poll. Putting the astrology before the reading is a lot of work. I spend a day actually writing those out, the notes for it, for each one, because especially when there are a lot of aspects, I have to look at each sign and make sure they're in the right houses. And so it is, it's time consuming. So I want to know what you feel about it. Do you like that part of the reading? If not, if you're into just the tarot cards, I'm totally fine with that because it'll be a lot less time. But please let me know in the comments below. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. I love you all, and I'll see you next week.